You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Yes. Okay. I am so sorry. I thought my mic was on. So I was saying that when I heard the 911 call about Micah when we were doing our members only and I played it, it really took a lot out of me. I was surprised, but okay. We were saying he did it, and I'm gonna say, um, okay, he didn't physically do it, but what led her there? Okay. We found out on Watch Keep that when I was reading the young woman's story that was assaulted by him when she was visiting her grandparents and had somebody, it was a church member watching. Um, we found out he had a child out of wedlock. He has a criminal record. He pled guilty in 2000 for abuse with a deadly weapon against his first wife. Um, he cheated on his first wife. He cheated on Micah, and he's allegedly dating Susie Skinner. And he was just at a restaurant giving a waitress his number and his name and texting her and asking her for bikini pics. Now, he may not have pulled the trigger, but he was the catalyst to it. We saw her video where she says that she was forced to take drugs. She was sexually and mentally abused. And I didn't say good morning. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Danny. This is in my head. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Jonathan. Winnie's mom. Jonathan, you had a nightmare. Hi, Vault. So we're looking. He's cheating on his current girlfriend, alleged girlfriend, whose husband, Chris Skinner, mysteriously fell into a pool, which he goes to, as they said, on a daily basis. He liked to go to the pool. That day, he just happened to misjudge how close he was to the pool and fell in on Labor Day, and no one's around. And then we have the pastor, JP, who did his funeral and now sleeping allegedly with his wife. He shamed his wife on on the pulpit. On the pulpit, he shamed this woman. And I'm probably thinking it was a weekly thing. We heard him give the story about his alleged friend who was going through a divorce. He was praying for a hot wife who loved Jesus. Now, he didn't physically do it, but he mentally did it in my book. He beat this woman down. He said she was speaking in general terms, but what I gathered from that is that he's told her that she was a bad mother. She wasn't a good wife. And then we read the text message about what she allegedly did to him. He's a serial cheater. He's a serial abuser in my book. And you sit on a pulpit and you call yourself a man of God. No, you're not. No, you're not. You even said Just because someone attends church doesn't make them a godly person, and it doesn't make them a good person, because he's not a good person. And the church, solid rock, allowed this man to still be on the pulpit as their pastor. They allowed this abusive man to still be on the pulpit preaching on Sunday. And oh my God. This is what they allowed. He embarrassed this woman every chance he got. She's got mental illness, but it's hard to get her to medicine. While he and his father are the ones who was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. The dad that liked to touch men's PPs and like to have students work for him at little or no pay, basically enslaving them. The dad who was run out of one state and ran to the other, which is the church where his son, JP, abused a young girl, sexually assaulted, Orid, a young girl. And this is the man that sits up on a Sunday and preaches to people. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Sarah motherfucking Z. Good morning, Vault. This is a man. And then you do a whole sermon. A whole sermon. That's how much your wife meant to you. A whole sermon. And at the end of the sermon, you're going to tell them that you want everybody to stand up because you got some news. And then after you tell them, you don't want them to talk about it in the church. Why not? You are the girl inside your daddy's church. This shit has, I'm sorry. This has really gotten underneath my skin. Gotten underneath my skin. Yep, he was driven out of Pakistan. Yep, he was. You got Dr. Slavo, who died April 24th, April 14th, 2024. I think it's the 14th or the 24th. I can't remember. And there is no apparent cause of death. Not natural causes, heart attack. He just died. You got daddy, JP's daddy, Reginald Wayne Miller, who's been in so much trouble with the law. And then you have the church purchasing property that's worth $2 million. I mean, they purchased it for $169,000, and then the next day the value is $2 million. Hey, Missy, how's the granddaughter? How's your daughter? How's your daughter-in-law? I went back and I watched Maria's live, and I heard that the doctors didn't remove all of the placenta or something. I was reading it. So this is the man. And then I was on IG the other day, and DL Hughley, can't stand him, posted, y'all owe that man an apology. Apologize for what? Good morning, Mr. Jimenez. Good morning. Apologize for what? What are we apologizing for? I said, in my opinion, he did it. Okay? So he didn't physically do it, but he was the catalyst to what happened. He was the catalyst to this young, beautiful woman. And from everything her friends are saying, she had a beautiful soul. You took this woman away from her family. You tortured. you played mental games with her. And I said, when she filed in October and she pulled it back, I said he was playing head games with her. Oh, we're going to work it out. We're going to get this done. And I still believe that happened. Oh, she isn't great. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Mothership. Oh, Missy. I cannot call you Missy. I am so sorry to hear that. Please keep Missy's daughter-in-law in our prayers. Please, 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 please. And you can't tell me the church did not know about JP's history. Now, are they going to allow him to come back and restore him as pastor to that church? Because he's looking for a hot wife. He's looking for a hot wife. He needs a hot wife. You a man of God. What the hell are you sitting up on a pulpit talking, and then you go, oh, I'm just kidding. No, you weren't. You weren't. You're a predator. In my opinion, he is a predator. That's my opinion. Predator. People may not like it. In my opinion, that's what he is. He's a predator. Who's the next young child he's going to prey on? Who's going to be the next young one he's going to prey on? Or the next parishioner whose husband just accidentally, passes away. And we're going to have him up there preaching the sermon. I'm so sorry. I can't. Cannot sit there and go, poor him. And when I'm looking at people going, oh, everybody owes him an apology. Nobody owes him shit. He drove that woman to do what she did. And I'm sorry. I'm cursing. I am so sorry. I don't mean to curse. I really don't mean to curse. And I'm just going to drop this here. So I've joined this new program called Buy Me a Coffee. Jennifer Positivity bought me coffee. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I got to sit up there, and I really appreciate that. So it's another way to support the channel. And here's the reason I did it. It's because there's so much information going on. Oh, if you send cash apps, if you do this, they get your information. That is not true. Okay, I'm going to pin it. I'm so sorry. That is not true. That is not true. If you send a cash app, and if your cash app is in your name, yes, that's what we see. If your cash app is in your YouTube name or whatever name, that's what we see. If you join membership, I don't see how you pay it. All I do is I see your YouTube name as a member. That is it. I'm so sick of hearing they're telling people that I can get your information. Now, if your real name is on your Cash App or your PayPal, well, yes, they can get it. My suggestion is, if you have a Cash App or a PayPal, my suggestion is, or Venmo, is to change your name on it. Good morning, Heath. Change your name. Good morning, brown-eyed cutie. Yes, he's a predator. That's my opinion. I feel that this man is a predator. Now, what do we think? Is Solid Rock Church going to bring him back and restore him as their pastor? That's what I'm saying, Missy. I was replaying, and I'm more than sure it was Maria and Ann's. And I meant to mention that a couple of times back, but it stuck in my head. I said, people need to understand that is not how. Now, if your real name is there, yes, they can get it. My suggestion is to give yourself a nickname on your Cash App, your PayPal, or your Venmo. Put a nickname there. Change your name. What? Heels in the air. Is that the lady from YouTube, or is that the lady on IG? I know Marion Ann Bays passed on. Oh, I did not know that. Oh my God. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, my dad. I did not hear that. No, I'm serious. The only channels I go in over there is Bombs and Snake, and I listen to, if I can catch Tragic. It is sad. Oh my God, prayers for her family. I did not hear that. Queen B has it up. Oh my God. Now, I keep hearing about Queen B. I have never gone to her channel. I remember when I think I was still Amber's mod, I think. I'm gonna go check it out. Bomb got told on her Rumble live. Okay. I went into her Rumble the other day. She was live and I couldn't stay long. I just went in and said hi and I left. Oh my goodness. Prayers for her family. Oh my God. Good morning, damn it, Mandy. I'm going to go to Heels in the Air when I get off, and I will I've never even been to her streams. Now I've heard Bomb mention her a few times. I am so sorry to hear that. So that is my question, because as far as if they're going to restore him there, he has, I mean, we all have character, you know, defects. We all have character flaws. But this man is, I'm just going to say he's scum. How does anyone look up to, you're supposed to be able to look up to your pastor. You're supposed to be able to trust the words that your pastor is telling you. I heard somebody say that he was unbiblical. Unbiblical. I don't remember ever hearing that term. Unbiblical. And yes, that is him. Unbiblical. Unbiblical. That is him. Cheated on the first wife, second wife, cheating on the present alleged girlfriend. I understand the whole church is corrupt. And then we find out we got pedos running all through the church. We have pedophiles. Good morning, Bambi. Bambi, I'm really enjoying that mop shot book that you're playing. I am really, really enjoying that book. He's a pedo. A pedo. You have, what is it? What's his name? Bernard Kennerson. I wrote his name down. And guys, I am going to do deep dives on Solid Rock Church. Okay. I am going to do a deep dive on Solid Rock Church. Trust me, I'm just trying to get everything together. It's been a busy week. I have meetings all next week. And then when I heard that that people were leaving flowers at the church, well, we all heard it. And supposedly, well, I read it. JP went to the church and he was removing all of the flowers. You're removing flowers and not taking them into the church. I saw, okay, Bambi, I wasn't sure. I was going to come in your chat and ask you, was that you? Okay, I will accept that one. I did see it. I did see it. So I will accept it. Yeah, the whole church. There's wolves in sheep's clothing there. So, and then I want to talk with this quick before I get out of here. So this is out of South Carolina too, out of Bford County. Young woman's name is Megan Bford. Bford. Bodifford. Is it Bford? Oh, let me catch this commercial. Hold on, guys. I looked up and I see a commercial. Okay. So this happened a day and a half or 2 days ago. I got it. Yesterday morning. So okay, I'm gonna say a day ago. Okay. Her boyfriend, Jared Wright, paid her. She said, she sent this message to her friend. She says, if you don't hear from me in 30 minutes, he unalived me. That's my new word, if I can ever keep myself straight. He unalived me. This is what she sent to her friend. And he paid her. He pew-pewed her and then set her car off. He set it on fire with her body inside. This is out of South Carolina, guys. Bford County. Good morning, Pamela Barr. Jared is what is he? He's 28. Let me make sure my notes are right. He's 28. Okay, 28. Now he's being charged with possession of a weapon during a violent crime. And then he said it was an unlawful possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Convicted. He's also charged with third-degree arson, discretion of human remains. And Megan at the time was 25 years old. She was last seen in Denmark, South Carolina. That's like 60 miles away from Columbia, South Carolina. I used to go to Columbia. Now she was found on April 30th. Micah unalived herself on April 27th. Now, this man had a domestic violence arrest warrant out for him. He should have been locked up. They should have made every effort. Who knows? They could have to find him. This young woman, 25 years old, she had a 7-year-old daughter, a 4-year-old daughter, and a 4-month daughter. He took this woman's life. At least we know he pulled that trigger. He pulled it. JP was the catalyst for what happened to Micah. And I'm waiting to see if they put this man back in that pulpit as the restored pastor. Well, you know what? They might. It's probably going to take him to heal what? A week, 2 weeks, and then he'll be on a pray for another victim. Because you got a girlfriend. But you're giving waitresses your phone numbers, texting them, asking them for bikini pics, and then bragging that you're a pastor of a church. Hmm. Hmm. Please hit the like button, guys. Please, please, please hit the like button. Now, you see, I don't see this is a non-denominational church. I don't know if that, because a lot of pastors look at Jamal Bryant. He's a serial cheater. He's got umpteen supposedly other kids. He's been cheating in the pulpit. You had Bishop Eddie Long, who was dicking down little boys in the church. The wife knew about it. He died of AIDS. Okay. We have Jamal Bryant, who was allegedly, you know, cheating before he got married, cheating after he got married, sleeping with damn near every woman in the church. Yes, Bishop Eddie Long. He was dicking out all the boys in the church. He was R-ing them. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. But it does say it in the Bible. So, you know, like I'm telling you, when that priest was sitting there talking, and I remember telling my priest, I was like 21. I said, you're just a man. You're not God. You are just a man. And he's going to tell me that he was a rep. No, okay. Well, I'm going to represent God too. I said, to me, you're just a man. You a solid form. You a man. What you say, whatever, holds no meaning to me whatsoever. And this is when his man's going to tell me that God didn't recognize my marriage because I didn't get married in a church. And I, me with my smart ass mouth, I said, so you mean to tell me the day I got married, he closed his fucking eyes? But then you preach that God sees all. Get the fuck out of here. And he's going to tell me, I'm calling your mama. What the fuck you calling my mother for? Yeah, he gonna call my mama and tell on me. Yes, they should be punished. Yes, they should be punished. That include anybody in authority figure, Boy Scouts of America, those predators that they had on the books, Catholic Church that moved priests from, so we really shouldn't expect anything more from JP. Look what his daddy did. Good morning, Muggsy. Look what his daddy did. I gotta look at Grandpa too. Look what Daddy did. So, your daddy was a predator. You a predator. And I gotta make some. Okay. I said the son, well, when I first read the charges, I did say it correctly, but then I went back and listened. I said the son hit his wife in the face with a glass. No, he hit her in the head with a bottle. Okay, with a glass bottle. He hit her in the head with a glass bottle, which makes it worse. So your daddy is a pedo. Well, I'm sorry, it's a perv. You're a perv. Your son, an abuser. You, an abuser. I don't know if your dad ever did anything to your mom, Suzanne, but I'm going to find out because I'm doing a deep dive. I'm going to find out about your stinky little family. So the oldest son is the son that he had out of wedlock. Don't know nothing about his mom. Don't even know her name. So I just want to make that clear, JP. While you may not be physically held accountable for your wife's unalive, for her which now we know she unalived herself. And when that fisherman said he heard crying and then a gunshot, she was crying, and then she pulled the trigger. Yeah, his stinky, yeah, your stinky little family. I'm speaking about the men that have records. The daddy done got so many. I mean, this man done been arrested, investment, enslavement. He done had all kind of charges, and need to find out where daddy is right now too. You know, need to find out where daddy is. Is he locked up? See, we don't know. We don't know, and I don't want to I don't even want to put rumors out there, but we see her on camera. She bought the gun. It's a 6 hours. She bought it. She bought the ammunition. She drove out there, which I found kind of hard to believe because she didn't know where she was when she called 911. But she looked up, on her phone, state parks near me. I put nothing past anybody. But you know what they say, the truth always come to light. So to me, we have a partial truth. To me, we have a partial truth. We hear the friends. We heard Micah's own words. So yes, I'm holding him accountable. I'm not apologizing to him. Fuck him. Forget him. Excuse me. I'm not apologizing to him. I'm telling you, when I did that members only live, we were having a good time reacting. And then when they told me the 911 call was coming out, we knew it was supposed to be Tuesday. I played it, and it took everything out of me. I couldn't go on. I just could not. To know he drove her to doing this. I wish there was a charge that they can give him, involuntary manslaughter, maybe not even voluntary, accomplice to an accomplice to an unaliving. We need to make up new charges. He needs to be charged with something. Who was the man that was following her in the white Honda? We know that Micah has a black Honda. We know he has a big blue truck, but there was a man following her in a white Honda that the cops actually spoke to and told him she doesn't want to be bothered. Leave her alone. Stop following her. We know that she had her tires slipped. We know they found the GPS tracker on her car. First degree being a dick. No, that don't give him any time. He won't serve any time for being a dick. Oh, Mandy, that's a good one. He won't serve any time for that one. I am so serious. I haven't looked into Madeline Soto. I know that Vinny Politan he went live about Madeline Soto. This is how much Micah has been on my mind, and I will definitely see what's going on with her. I need to know. They're supposed to be releasing some stuff. Was supposed to be in the next couple of days when I last checked. I don't know if anything's been released yet, but I would definitely see. That's just it. They have the phone, so they found the phone and her other stuff in a bag. So maybe she put it in the plastic bag, but they found her stuff there. So did she erase these messages? Well, no, she couldn't have, because we saw one message that he sent to her. So I'm sure they're going through all of it. Yeah, it really has. It really hit me. It really, really did. And maybe if I've never listened to the recordings, or listen to what her friends were saying about her, or reading about him and doing a deep dive on him. It was just something about her eyes. She had these doe eyes, these beautiful, it's like, you know, to go from seeing her being excited about the next parts of her life, meaning that could have been anything, but to understand that she had moved, she was trying to move on. What drove her? I mean, we're never going to know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't, but I do believe he's a catalyst. I don't know which state, but I know Maryland is not one of them. It's one of the Carolinas, and you're right. I don't know, damn it, Mandy. I really don't know. So with that, I guess I really wanted to come and say what I had to say about this man, because I don't want him to ever. He deserves, and you know what? I hate to say this. So here's my thing. People are saying that the video we saw with Micah going into the pawn shop, they said Micah had a tattoo. They said Micah had a tattoo on her right hand. But they said when she was at the counter, the tattoo wasn't visible. Does anybody know anything about that? And that's another note that I made. I mean, that I actually made. And another thing, they said she was driving a black Honda Accord. According to the records, she had a black Honda Civic. So there's a lot of misinformation coming out of there. There's a lot of inconsistencies, okay? And I did find this. So the official report, when they first did it, they said it was the 24th. So they had to correct it. It's the 27th. Well, he wanted to cremate her. And they were fighting over the body. So I guess he did, because I don't know, because the family was at the beach and he was at the church. Okay. So and then they said that it was the what is it? Something about the gas station cameras didn't have a clear plate reading. And there was supposed to be a male leaning near her car. And there was no gas being pumped. Now, is that she stopped to get gas and to get a drink, is what they said. But they said there was a male leaning near her car. And she paid her car taxes the day before she died. Okay. Now, the state park, and I did look, has cameras. Why have we heard where they've pulled these cameras? Did they pull the footage? And did they show any receipts? Well, they did say they found the gun case in her car. Don't mean anything. I hate to be a conspiracist, but did they pull the footage from Lumber River State Park? I don't know if he cremated her or not, but this is what he wanted to do, and the family was against it. But I guess he got the body since um since he was the next of kin. Also, did we know that JP had 29 vehicles registered in the church's name? So let me see. So here's what I have. I have Bernard Kennerson, a registered sex offender. He's a current staff member at Solid Rock. Then we have Charles Randall, who released JP of his pastoral duties, was the dean of a Cathedral Bible College when Wayne Miller scandal went down, which is JP's daddy. And he was also JP and Micah's marriage counselor. JP hadn't been wearing his wedding ring on stage for weeks, according to another article I saw. I made that note. We know Michael was being stalked. That's according to Myrtle Beach. They took the report. They witnessed this themselves. The brother and sister went in and they did an affidavit on the 2nd of May of the abuse that Micah had suffered at the hands of JP. And then he sold his house to the church. And days before Micah's death, and yes, I did find that, he had a no contact order served on him. Would I take it? No, I think he wanted to make sure that she was cremated. I think he wanted to make sure that anything that could, that's my opinion. Vault, I'm serious. This is really sad. This is really shocking. So I've been taking notes. I've been reading through things and I'm not finished yet. Trust and believe me, I am not finished yet. Because this man should not be allowed in any church. Any church. Yes. So Micah couldn't take it in a divorce. Now you get it, Mandy. He has 29 vehicles registered in the church's name. What pastor? Okay, we have a pastor, but we also have a board that oversees everything. What pastor can just go by, put shit in the church's name? And then the man who was your marriage counselor, found that out, was involved with your daddy when all of this shit happened. You're all a bunch of crooked little bitches. All of them. Bunch of crooked. All right, guys. I have to go. It's 5:47. What am I smelling? That candle smells so good. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Yep. Where there's smoke, there is. Excuse me. Damn, that candle got me. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And we need to burn his whole damn house down. I forgot. The church now owns it. We can't burn the house down. We cannot burn the house down. He needed to get rid of whatever's there just in case. I guess he's watched a few shows, like Drew Peterson's wife was able to be exhumed, and that's when they went back through it and they realized, oh no, this is a homicide. Yeah, he was drugging her. I believe her. I believe it. I believe her. I believe her. Those words came out of her mouth, not his, not her friends, out of her mouth. She said it. We didn't read it. She didn't write it. She spoke it. We saw it. No matter what kind of abuse, whether you're being physically abused, forced to take drugs. I mean, she said it. It could have been prescription drugs. We don't know. But she said she was forced to take drugs. And then supposedly he blew some man off because he picked up somebody, thought it was a female, but it was a woman, allegedly. I mean, he thought it was a woman, but it was a male. He gave the man a blowjob. Who knows? His daddy likes sucking dick. So why shouldn't he? Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Still haven't heard about the autopsy yet. He act like he didn't know what an autopsy was. Still don't know if there was an autopsy on her, but he already had the damn funeral planned. That was that Sunday. The next Sunday was the services. We didn't even know we were going to get our nephew's body back in time for his service because they were doing an autopsy because of what happened in Princeton and the lawsuits. The body was released, honestly, the day before the service was already scheduled. It was going to be a memorial service. So this shit is just crazy. I think the sermon has a confession in it as well. We have to look at the board. We have to look and see who is on the board of this church. What type of record do these people have? Who sits on this damn board for this church? What do we know about these people that sits on this board? That's what I want to know. What do we know about the people that sit on this board? So we're going to look at all of that. I really need to go and get some stuff. I need to go because I have a meeting soon. But I just wanted to come live and just say that this really threw me for a loop. It was unexpected. I did not expect it at all. Well, he did say he wanted a hot wife that loved Jesus. But he said, just joking. But you're married. You're on the pulpit and you're married and you're saying you want a hot wife. Just joking. No, you weren't joking. And trust me, Susie Skinner, allegedly your girlfriend that you're now cheating on is not hot. Okay. I'm gonna be surprised. But then again, if they're as crooked as they say they're crooked, I guess maybe they're not gonna look into Susie's husband's untimely demise. Yep, you say you're married to a hot. Well, nope. He said he wanted a hot wife. That's what he said. We all heard it. He wanted a hot wife. So I hope you get a. Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna be rude. I'm not even gonna be mean. You think they hatched a plan? I think something was hatched. We won't know unless somebody comes forward. We definitely won't know. Maybe Myrtle Beach would tell us who was following her. Maybe if they're not as crooked and they're not involved with the church, maybe they will not redact that person's name. We know it was a male because in the officer's report, he said he advised the male, that she didn't want to be bothered. Stop harassing her, stop following her. So they witness this. This is not something she made up. This wasn't something that was in her head. This is something that was really going on. Tire slashed, GPS tracker on her car. Good morning, Goku. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Nice to see you. So I'm just going to say it again, guys. While he may not, well, we know he did not commit the physical act. He was the catalyst behind what Micah allegedly did. And I'm still saying allegedly because I can't believe she's going to cry and then pull the trigger. But that could have been a cry of just despair. It could have been any type of cry. But to know that she cried and then the fisherman, the guy that was fishing, heard a gunshot, that sticks to me. She didn't look like she was in despair in the store. I think she may have, but just like Christoph said, maybe she was buying the gun for protection. She didn't look like she was in despair. I want to see the receipt for the gas. I'm going to go back and look at that video and look and see because they said she had a tattoo on her right hand. I want to know if there's any video they've pulled from the Lumberton State Lumber River State Park. You know, this is like Brian Landry, you know, when his parents entered the state park and people said they saw 3 people in a car and only 2 came back out, but they never released that video, I don't think. Good morning, Bay Watcher. Yep, he had a lot to do with it. That is just my opinion. My opinion, he had a lot to do with it. But guys, I'm going to go. I appreciate you guys being here. I really do. It's just, I was coming to talk about some other stuff, but this case has just stuck in my, it's just stuck to me. Also tonight, wait a minute. You know, what was this, a witness or a planet someone? You know how there was a witness who couldn't be a witness in it. Yes. That was an FBI matter. Good morning, DJ. Also, I want to let you know that there is a special prosecution. I spoke to Sarah day before. No, it was yesterday. Spoke to Sarah yesterday. She and her daughter were going on a little cabin thing. They were going to be gone for a few days. They're going to be giving out the scholarships. She's going to be taking pictures. But she and her daughter Holly are going on like a little 3-day thing together, and she was excited. She said she's at peace. I mean, I'm telling you, she hasn't been sending all these emails. There's a woman that came forward, and I'm going to let her tell you about that when she gets back. So Micah was found. Yep, they said they found her in the water, which I found strange. I found very strange that they found Micah in the water. Why would you stand in the water? Or were you standing by a pond and you then and then fell in? Or were you, see, they're not saying how she was found. Face down, floating. They're not saying any of that. But she was found in the water. Why? The gun was found in the water. That makes no sense to me. Thank you for reminding me of that, damn it, Mandy. Thank you. Every time I see I'm going to get out of here, it's a piece of other stuff that comes up. Yeah, she was found in the water. And the gun was in the water. Good morning, Lulu Loveberry. Good morning. Good morning, Mary Andy. And guys, if you're going through anything mental, please dial 988. She made an effort to call 911 from her car to get her location, but left her car to go to the water. Makes no sense. I look, she paid her car taxes the day before. Nothing makes any sense with this case. Nothing makes any sense with this. Nothing. Mary Andy, did you I guess you know that Heels in the Air passed away? Mirandy, I always call her Mary Andy. Mirandy, I guess you know that you've heard that Heels in the Air passed away. I just found that out. Oh my God. Hi, such a pleasure to listen to you make sense. Thank you, Lulu. It's just, this is really bothering me. Nothing about this makes sense. Yes, Christoph, Heels in the Air. What, Mirandy, do you know what happened? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but I didn't think she was an older, I don't know. Good morning, Patricia. I can drop the link, Mirandy, if you want to come up, because I don't know what happened. I mean, I've heard her name. She has a nasty fall, but oh my God. Okay. All right. I'm going to drop the link for you. Mirandy is coming up. Hold on a second. This is some, but guys, I'm serious. This whole case, and I'm telling you, I am doing the deep dive. There's inconsistencies, Lulu. There's a lot of inconsistencies here, and I want to go through them to see. No, we're okay. No, you're fine, Snuggle Bunny. And you know what? If I would have known that, I would have sent you a message ahead of time. Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Hey, Hattie. Good morning. Good
Welcome
morning.
to the panel.
Welcome. Um, she was actually, Hattie, it's so heartbreaking. She was in the middle of a live, had gotten up to go get a cup of coffee, went to come back and slipped and fell and broke her hip and her
Oh,
elbow and couldn't get back to the live to end it. So one of her friends that were on panel ended up calling her,
mm-hmm.
and she couldn't get to the phone to call the ambulance or whatever. Anyways, what they're thinking happened is when she broke her hip and her elbow, she started complaining, screaming on the phone that her uh, left side was hurting. They believed that she had a heart attack in the middle of it. Because, she was already on hospice for
I
some.
didn't know any of that. Let me tell you, I just heard her name. Um, I knew that, because there was someone on IG that had Heels in the Air. And then I remember Amber used to have that Heels, whatever it was, and they said that the name had come from another creator. I just heard her name. I didn't know anything about her. Nothing.
Yeah, she was on hospice because she had COPD. She only had 30% in her airway.
Oxygen. Oh
Yes.
God.
And
How old was she, Mirandy? Do you know?
she was 63, I believe is what they said.
Oh my God.
Yep. She was
And
a
she was a mod for the
beautiful, she was a beautiful woman, had a beautiful soul.
Christoph says she was a mod. So I have been listening to nonsense on the web. I catch a couple of her replays because when I found out that, I was, she basically has the same thing to say that I am about this shit with Sebastian Rogers. So I do listen to her a little bit. But Christoph, oh, she dropped. Okay. Mirandy, where'd you go? I don't know. You see, because when I catch the replay, I don't even look at the chat. I just skip around and listen to what she's saying. So I don't know. I don't look at her chat. No, I didn't know, Snuggle, and I'm so sorry. I need to pay attention to the intro to her videos because I'm serious. I just go skip around. When I saw somebody talking about Sebastian and what was going on, I was looking and there it was. It says, I said, I've never heard of this channel, Nonsense on the Web. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I don't. Somebody called and it booted me.
That's okay. I dropped
Um,
it again.
yeah,
So I didn't
but
know anything about. I've heard her name in different chats. Don't know anything about her. I remember somebody, it was a clip channel that actually did a video of her about something she had said on her panel. And
yeah,
that's the only thing I know about her. I never went to her channel. I'm so sorry to hear that.
yeah, it is
But
sad.
like I said, you said it too. I said life is too short. We never know from
Heidi,
one day to the next.
you know what? In the world that we live in, life is really, really too short. We really need to love one another more than what people do. We really
Yep.
do.
And then they lost, let's see. So Marianne, good morning, Angie uploaded. Her intros were good morning. I'm gonna have to go check her channel. It's probably still there. Um, yep. Oh, Mary Andy, what do you think about this mic? She dropped again.
No, I'm
Somebody,
here. I'm here.
oh, okay.
Uh,
I just looked in my studio and you dropped. Well, my studio's behind. Okay,
I
my
am
studio is behind. What do you think about this Micah case?
I am heartbroken and nothing makes sense and I don't know. She went into the water and did it and the gun was in the water. Where what why does this not make sense?
None of it makes sense. Just keep it real. I'm serious. But I'm serious. Let's just think about this. And I was just talking about the inconsistencies. Did you hear what I said? This man
I
had,
did.
okay, so you're in the water, but you paid your car taxes off. Now they're saying that, I don't know. I didn't know she had a tattoo on her right, but I do remember in that video. But they're saying there was no tattoo on her hand, which I didn't pay that close attention to it. This man sold his home to the church. He had 29 vehicles registered in the church's name. He's cheated on the first wife, abused the first wife, uh, plead guilty to it, domestic violence with a deadly weapon.
Right?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I'm saying right. That's
Oh,
true.
okay.
And
So,
and
so
he
then
told
you have him cheating on Micah with the new girlfriend, Susie Skinner, whose husband allegedly got too close to the pool's edge on Labor Day with nobody at the community pool and drowned. And you eulogized him, okay? And now you're sleeping with his wife. Then while you're with Susie Skinner, you're picking up on waitresses, well, a waitress, giving out the phone number and
yeah.
asking her to send you bikini pics.
Oh, ugh. I don't understand. All I know is this: that man had to do with what happened to his wife, and he pushed that woman over the edge.
That's what I said. He's the catalyst. He is the
Yes,
catalyst for what happened to her. Now, I was just saying, if we could give him a charge, complicit or accomplice to unaliving or involuntary manslaughter, or
right.
tax evasion, tax fraud, because the church is not registered as a nonprofit.
Hattie, I think there's a lot fixing to come out. More people, women, are gonna start coming forward and start telling all
Yep.
these skeletons in the closet. Because let me tell you something that bothers me. Micah talks about him grooming her at the age of 14.
Team. Yep.
14. And then I know this bothers me. His dad was a leader of the church
I
and the
know, and his
children
dad was a
is
pet, well, not a pedo, a
yes,
perv, a perv, a
yes.
perv. I played the video from the guys from Pakistan that didn't want him in their country. They
Right.
sent this to Dr. Slavo and asked him to, well, tell him they don't want Dr. Miller there. He's only paying attention to one family. The
Yep.
man was accused of making sexual advances to two women's husbands. This man has been accused by the state and by the federal government of
Absolutely.
enslaving his students. And
Yes.
he has been investigated more times. He had charges pending. Someone said this morning, I'm going to take a deep dive and see where Reginald Wayne, you know, look, where he's
Uh-huh.
at now. Where
Yep.
is Reginald Wayne Miller? Then you have the son that has served time for busting his wife in the head with the glass bottle.
Yep. That's crazy, Heidi.
There
There's
and then did you
something.
hear the story about the young girl that he actually are in his father's church?
Yes. How? What in the world? Did you know what? To me, in my opinion, we are living in hell. We just got to get out of it. You know what I mean? Because this I don't know how to explain it or word it, but this is so gross, and the devil is out to steal, lie, and destroy, and it's right there at our back door, just knocking. So, people, Heidi, I don't know if you'll mind me saying this, but I do prayer. Please, y'all come in and let's pray for one another and get closer with God, because this is done went mad. The world
Yeah,
has went mad.
I said he may not have done it himself, or from what, but I still don't get it. The guy that was fishing heard someone crying and then a gunshot. That
Yep.
makes no sense to me.
No. No.
And keep it real. You know what? I read this and I left it up here. I'm a DV survivor, and I can tell you, I understand her being pushed over the edge. Bless her heart. He
Yeah.
was the catalyst to what happened to her.
Yep.
He needs some type of
Can
choice.
That's what I was going to ask you, Heidi. What kind of charges would be feasible that they could push against him that would stick? Where?
I think the family is the family is getting ready to sue him for wrongful death.
Oh, I didn't hear
Now,
that.
yep, it was stated that Micah kept a binder where his brother and sister went in and gave an affidavit about the
Oh,
abuse that Micah suffered.
can you imagine
They
what's in
have the
that book?
binder that she wrote at her journal.
That's what I was going to say. Can you
Yep.
imagine what's in that journal? Ooh wee.
I think he had her. Ooh, me too. I see. I feel that, but I don't want to put that out there. Something is not right here.
Right.
And for her to be crying and then you hear a gun. But when you heard the call, and when I'm listening to her, supposing she Googled a state park near her, but she didn't know the name of the park or where she was at.
I know.
And then she asked them, can you put the locator on? Can you locate my phone? To
Ping my
me,
phone. Yep.
if I Googled it, I'm going to know what the fuck I am.
Right. Absolutely, Heidi. You're right.
I'm telling you, oh my
You know
gosh, she
what?
said, I had those feelings for 20 plus years off and on.
Yeah.
Just keep it real. I would love to have you on panel. If you want to do a members only, I did one before on domestic violence when Jeffrey Purcell was on trial. Okay. I had this one woman that came up and her husband had stomped her in her mouth with steel toe boots and knocked all her teeth out of her mouth. We were calling through Canada. We found an organization that would work with her. Well, he was stalking her so bad, she had to move to another part, and they didn't have any assistance in that area for her.
Hattie, can you imagine living life and feeling like you had no privacy? None. I
None.
could not imagine that.
And then we go here with uh Lulu Loveberry. Why would she even need to call 911 for her family to find her if she had good, if she had reception? Could have texted her family and even write a nice long letter. She could have
That's
dropped her
good, Lula.
location. Yeah,
Yep.
she could have dropped her location on her phone.
Yep. That's a good one, Lula. Yep. Most state parks charge a couple of dollars to get in. Hmm.
Here's another good one. Why didn't she do it at home? If she was so worried about being found,
Well,
that would be the first place of thank you.
Hattie, she said that the reason why she didn't do it at home is because uh, JP loved to go to the national parks by the water because that's where he could get the closest to God.
Yeah, okay. That
That's what
man has
she
never
said,
been close to God.
right? I
Ever.
would, you want to talk about the evil, the devil in sheep's clothing? There you go, right there. This is a prime example.
I said it. He was a devil in sheep's clothing. Did you hear his sermon with those clips where he was putting her down,
That is
going through her
horrible.
phone? And,
How
and
how did them people sit in that church and listen to that?
it's a cult. And then when she told her friend, not only did she said she put it in writing that when she found out what he was doing, he was stealing from the church. He put her in a mental institution. Now that reminded me of Alex Murdaugh when his wife found out he was stealing. His son Paul had just caved Mallory Beach in a boating accident. They're getting sued. She's trying to hide money. You see, God don't like evil. Sorry, Maggie. God
Nope,
don't like evil. You're trying
nope,
to hide money. Even no amount of money is going to make that family whole for losing their daughter.
nope. Heidi, what do you think about him putting her in that mental institute and then getting her card and said that he took the car because he didn't want her to sell it?
That's when he took the car and had the GPS system put on it.
Yep, yep.
Yep. He sold his house to the church.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
do
right.
you
So
think they're going to put him back on the pulpit? Do you think they're going to restore him back to pastor?
well, they said this is the second time that this something to this instant, not the often part, but him messing with married women.
Yes.
This was
Yep.
the second time he
Well,
had
no, this is
refilled
not the
up a
second. Well,
church.
yes, the second. Because when he was with Allie, he was cheating on Micah. Micah was married to someone else at the time. And
Yep,
yeah, so yes. So that's the second. But then this is the third time because he's cheating on Micah with Susie Skinner, and they're
that's
still married.
yep,
And he's not wearing his wedding ring. You're right. Joyce Meyer, the guy that worked for her, offed his two sons and his wife, and then tried to blame it on somebody that was stalking him. I remember that one so well, Christoph.
yeah. I do. I love her books.
Yeah, I remember that one so well. But I'm saying this, Mirandy, this doesn't feel right. When I
No,
listened to that 911 call, I was on a members only. It took everything out of me. I had nothing else. I just had to get off live. It
I
took
did too.
everything out of me.
I did too. Did you hear
So,
that song that she wrote and sang?
yes, I played it. A matter of fact, it's on my
Oh my
videos.
God, it was
Yes.
heart wrenching. Oh my word, it killed me.
I think that's what the problem is with this. I can't let this go. Well, again,
No,
I don't feel that everything is out. I can't let it go because I'm watching her on TikTok and I'm looking at her eyes. I'm listening to her saying that, things she's gone through. She doesn't know who to trust. She has to keep her circle small, but she's moving on. I- oh my God, I want to see the messages they find
I
on his
want
on
to.
her phone
I,
from him.
I want to hear what's in that book.
We do too.
And another thing too, Heidi, she when I watch her videos of her singing or talking or whatever, I
Mhm.
can see her screaming from the inside. Somebody just beat.
Yes, help me. Yes.
Yep, yep, I can
Yes,
see
you're
it.
absolutely right. Just the wording she was used. But when
Yep,
she was talking about, how people are physically abused, mentally abused, I was looking at this woman. Then I hear him on a pulpit, about
yep,
his friend that's going through a divorce. His wife just up and left him, left all her stuff. No, from what I understand, you removed all of her stuff at the house and took it to some woman's house so she,
absolutely.
so she can go there so you can keep an eye on her.
Yep,
She had
absolutely.
doe eyes. Yes. There was a sadness. And then you look back at a few of her other TikToks, like a while back, you'll see, but that was just something. This woman was beat down mentally and
Yes,
physically.
yep, she was.
But I hate to say this. I always say, no matter the way you get them, is the way you're going to lose them. If he cheated on his first wife, what makes you think he's not going to do it to you?
Absolutely.
And it's not the first time he's cheated on her.
Wow.
That whole
Yeah.
church, that woman, Alyssa, Elisa said the whole church is corrupt.
Yep. Well, yeah, that waitress, the one that was the waitress, said that she was gonna reach out to the people in the church, and as she researched into the church, she said that she felt like there was nothing that she could do with the church because they was hiding so much for him.
Yes. Look at the guy that's supposed to be his marriage counselor. He had dealings with his dad.
Yes. Oh my God, this is a crazy one.
And then Slavel, what is it? Slavel. Uh, Dr. Slavin, who worked with
Oh,
Reginald Wayne Miller, the
yep.
predator, he died mysteriously. He died mysteriously.
Unreal.
April 24th or April 14th. No cause of death.
You have 10 gifted memberships, Heidi.
Oh, thank you. Scotland, thank you, sweetie. Who got them? Damn it, Mandy, Wisco Gal, Just Beetle, MD, Mona, Heath Wheeler. Thank you so much, Scotland. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deacon
Congratulations.
Vicious. Hi, welcome. Oh, wait a minute. Oh shit, wait a minute. Feel the Love, Patricia, Holly's Hobby, and Mod 148. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's so sweet, Scotland.
Thank you, Scotland, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I'm serious. If we go look, and then we got to look at what's this guy's name? His name is Kennerson. Uh, he
Yes.
is a pedo.
Yep.
Bernard Kennerson.
Bernard. Yep.
Then you have the other one that was in a picture with him, who was convicted of ordering three girls at his church in Indiana, which is where JP had the assault and charges in Indiana on his first wife.
And Heidi, he told, Pastor told um, Micah that he was fixing to start what is it? It was a children's group, and he was
Yeah, he
so
was
excited.
excited because they were going to be
Can you
traveling. Yes.
imagine what was in his mind of what he was really gonna do?
I'm thinking about I'm thinking about all these other pedos. Just keep it real. Okay, that sounds great. We can do a members only like Friday afternoon or Friday evening, or we can do it on Saturday. You let me know when. I will set it up and we will do a members only live.
I love just keep it real.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Hold on. Every word out of Micah's mouth involved invoking God. Yes. And God knows killing yourself is a sin. That's in the
Right?
Bible.
Yes, it
Are we
is.
supposed to believe that when she called 911, she was, I'm up? No, I don't think that. Micah was a godly woman. She says that God doesn't like divorce. But what about when you hurt people? God doesn't like that either. God sees you.
Yep.
She's a godly woman. We know that if you unalive yourself, you will spend the rest of your time in purgatory. Do we really want to think that Micah wanted to go to purgatory?
Mm-hmm.
I think she was coerced into making that call. Something is not right here. Why would you do yourself in the water? Why? Why? Why is the gun in the water? Why? These are all the whys.
Mm-hmm.
You're available Friday. Okay, so Friday we can do a members only around 3:30, 4 o'clock. You let me know what works for you, and that's when we're going to do it. Anytime after 3:30, I can do it. I mean, honestly, what do you think? Why in the water?
I I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I can think of
Exactly.
is
Lulu has it
that
because whoever Kate her wanted to wash and
I was
watch.
just fixing to say that
Yep, she's
anybody can get
exactly right.
shot in the side of the head. So you
Yep,
do it by the water so that there's no the gun residue and all that, and it would be washed off. So there would be no gun residue in the beginning on her hands if somebody else did it. But if she's in the water, it also washes off if it shows any signs of somebody else doing it, you know?
yep. I think the cry is what gets to me. She was
Yeah.
crying. Then you hear a gunshot. That makes no sense.
Unreal. Unreal. All right, Heidi. Well, I'm gonna jump down. I do appreciate you having me
No
on.
problem, ma'am. So, yeah, so I will. Oh my God, thank you for coming up. But Lulu Loveberry, I, I said, but you know what I said? I don't want to be putting out rumors and conspiracy, but this is what it just don't make sense to me. None of this makes
Right.
sense.
Yep.
So,
It doesn't. Well,
yes,
thank you
ma'am.
for having me up, and I've been in the bushes listening. And yes, this is a wild story, and I believe that there is more, and I believe more is going to come out. And I want to
Me
know what's
too.
in that book.
Me
I
too.
love
And
you.
I'm still doing a deep dive on the people that are involved in that church. Trust and
Okay.
believe me, I am.
All right.
Mirandy, I want to say thank you for coming up. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Heidi.
All right, sweetie. Bye. Hi, Claudia. Okay, guys. I Mirandy came up, and I'm serious. This story, and I hate to say it like that, but it's not sitting well with me. When things don't sit well with me, Tina knows, a few of my mods know, it's just not sitting well. Oh, Jess, thank you, sweetie. I just logged into my laptop. I was in it this morning around 4:30 doing some stuff, and I just logged back into my work laptop to check to see about emails and stuff. But have I have a meeting in about 20 minutes, which my stuff is ready, but well, no, it's at 7 o'clock. So 20 ooh, 33 minutes. I say 23, 33 minutes. So I will definitely be back tonight with Debbie. We're going to talk about the dirty bird. Look, we're going to talk about the dirty bird. We're going to talk about um Rob the Knob and Sophie. We're going to just talk about a whole lot of stuff tonight. The I hate to say it, but I'm not enjoying Happily Ever After. I saw Jasmine in that outfit, which really made me want to puke. Okay. Really made me want to puke. Yeah. So I will be back. Pete, we're going to discuss the Diddler I'm gonna do with Danny. Um, there's some other stuff that came out. What was it? What's today? Thursday? Think it was Monday. We also heard about Drake's house being shot up, his mansion. Well, not his house, his security guard. Everybody is trying to tie that to Kendrick. You know how conspiracy things go. Oh, just keep it real. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to set, you let me know what time, or did you tell me what time? I told you anytime after 3:30, I can set it up on Friday, anytime after 3:30. That gives me a chance to get comfortable, to get myself together after working, and then I can have you, we'll do a members only live. So I can set it up for like around 4:30 if that works for you. Or if you got to get your kids together, you let me know what's a good time for you, and that's the time that I will set it up. You can leave me a comment, or you can let me know now, and I can set it up. So that way, I'll have everything set up. And guys, and let me let you know, if you want to come up doing the members only live, if you want to come up and tell your story, you can do it as well. Yes, please smash the like button, please. Yeah, happily is, but you know what? Love in Paradise and Seeking Sister Wives. I watched a little bit of Real Housewives of New Jersey. I just can't stand Teresa. Salt Lake City, I'm just not into those housewives anymore. I need a whole new set of housewives so I can tear apart. I just choked. I said tear apart. I mean, so I can commentate on. Okay, so I will set it up for 4:30. 4:30. And I'm going to need to send you a link. Just keep it real. Do you have IG? Because I'm going to need to send you a link so you can come backstage. Or as a matter of fact, I'll put the link on my community tab for you. So you can just click the link and come backstage. Okay, guys. So you let me know how you want to do it, because you're going to need to come backstage. And I see you're not a member. So, okay, community, got you. I'll put it there for you to so you can click the link to come backstage. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Have a great, great day. I appreciate each and every one of you in Scotland. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Scotland gifted 10 memberships, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have a great day. I will see you later on this evening. Bye.